back in Week 10. The Jets lost their first matchup against the Dolphins. Can Miami do it again? The answer comes your way next on EA Sports.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida. As a moment ago, the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the New York Jets. Brandon Gaudin alongside my good friend Charles Davis. Well, Charles, so often it's the quarterbacks that are in the spotlight, and in this game, no different. We have a very compelling matchup.
And I think for me, and this isn't an original thought by any stretch, and probably for these two head coaches as well, the key for them is going to be limiting the turnovers, limiting the free possessions. I mean, this isn't saying anything you don't already know. But you've got to be able to make the most out of your drives and see if your defense can help you out and take the ball away from you.
Tua now on first down. They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Quentin Williams has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Tua sets up to pass it. He's going to find his tight end. That's Hunter Long. He's at the 50. And all the way down to the 35. A big play there on the catch and run. I tell you, for a defender, that's got to be a scary sight, seeing a big man like this with a head of steam behind him as he makes that catch and then turns upfield.
And this is something this defense is going to have to account for as this game goes on. He's a space player. They want to get him out in the open field and let him make his moves. So if you're going to stick with him, you've got to make sure you plaster him, as they like to say on the defensive side of the ball. Otherwise, he'll burn you as he just did there.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And his throw's going to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That's going to be caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A big play there for the Dolphins.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Edmonds into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Edmonds again. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Chase Edmonds with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This one taken just inside the 10. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Here's a Florida native from up near Pensacola. It's Michael Carter. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. 2nd and 9 now. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. So the Dolphins offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. John Franklin Myers in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Tua. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This one complete to the running back, Chase Edmonds. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the 1st down. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. Hunter Nicewander on a punt as he sends this one away. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Shotgun snap and a give to Carter. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. A high throw there as this is knocked away down to the ground and incomplete. The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. This is brought in at the 21. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
It'll be Edmonds to begin the drive. Oh, he shifts past him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. On second and very short, Tua. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game. But in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 5 catches, 79 yards.
And the competition gets a little bit tougher here because he's got to go against the #1 ranked defense in the NFL against the pass, the latest incarnation of the no-fly zone. Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
They'll run on 1st down. Edmonds eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. Play action. Now it's Tua. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And this is caught. It's Parker. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. Sanders' kick is good, and that will bump up the lead again to 12-0. So when you factor in the safety, this now a 5-point swing.
And look, I'm not going to turn away a 5-point swing because 5 points, that's valuable. Don't get me wrong on this. But if they could have taken that safety and added 7 to it, now you're talking about a really big swing.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. New York ready to go again offensively. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get. And it's just so strange to see that go up on the board. And then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they run with Carter. He'll get 3 up to midfield. 12-0 the score after one on EA Sports. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter, as they've got it 2nd and 7. A handoff for Carter. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. Now they nabbed the rookie there for the 5-yard penalty.
So much going through his head. You know it just has to be, right? All of his assignments and realizing every game he plays, one of the better players in the league will be opposite him.
Here's a give to Carter. Fights through it. He'll get only a couple down to the 44. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. Brings up 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Yeah, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Tua and the rest of the Dolphin offense back out on the field. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to it.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd. Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now a give to Edmonds. And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. If they can't come up with something here, they're looking at a quick 3 and out.
Well, guess what? You get the ball in the hands of your best player to his favorite play and try and salvage something out of this drive. Now, of course, if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're thinking the exact same thing. So they better provide him some help on this one.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Here's Tua. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. Here's Hunter. Nice wander now. Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with the coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw. They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. After the turnover, it's Tua. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And that will be incomplete as well. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. Sanders' kick is good. And the lead extends. It's 15-0. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first-half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps. And the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Maurice Hurst, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they felt like they could take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They'll look to throw. He's going to look deep for more. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They'll drop to throw.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for New York. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. From just shy of midfield, Tua. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Quinnen Williams in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
We got this.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, these two teams met down in Miami earlier this year with the Dolphins winning that one. So they're looking for the season sweep with a win here in Miami.
Looking to throw. Fighting through pressure. They'll wind up losing about a dozen on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. To throw here.
A throw to the flat for Carter.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tua. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
John Franklin Myers has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
On 3rd and long, it's Tagovailoa. Under pressure, they got him again.
Quinnen Williams in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Oh, able to avoid him.
It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. On third down, here's Carter. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. White now to return. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And this one is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Right back to Waddle, and this time he's got it. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Two to throw again. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Now, these two division rivals, a couple of late games on the schedule this year. Their first meeting, you might remember, was back in Week 10, and it was the Dolphins with a road victory, so they'll look for the sweep now here in Miami. To a hit, and the ball is out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw, letting one go deep for the end zone. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Chris Godwin with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jets get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule.
Now, I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And this is back to an 8-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return, here's White. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And the Dolphins with one final possession here in this first half. And with an 8-point lead, probably not too much of an impetus to try and do too much here. And just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sport. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And the Jets head out on offense here to start this third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Emmanuel Ogbah that time, able to drop him for a loss. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Here's Carter. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Now back to throw. They'll check this one down to Carter. And he'll be out right around the 20. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down. Here's J.K. Scott now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Great coverage there, holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. On the handoff, it's Gaskin. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Another run with Gaskin. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Tua going to throw. Here's Fuller with a catch. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up for the 1st and goal.
Now they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll run with Bawden, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Nick Bawden, his second touchdown on the season, and the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 15 now. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fielded right around the 8. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. They'll set up the screen to Carter. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for New York. So a change of possession here on the punt. Miami set to take over. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw here taken in by Parker.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Tua sets up to pass it.
That's out to the flat for Edmonds.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good gain on first. Has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Looking to pass. Tua. He's going to air one out. This is caught at the 20. And DP goes into Jets territory before being taken down. It's a big play there for Miami. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa.
He'll swing that out to Edmonds.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll make it second down. On the handoff, it's Edmonds. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Chase Edmonds, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
So it was the passing game that got him down here. The closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This one taken just inside the 10. And able to get this out to the 25. New York's offense back out there and set to go. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Not too many teams will use a first-round pick on a tight end, so you know that when one does, he's got to be pretty darn special.
A small example of why they took him in the first round there. Nice little catch and run to get the good yardage. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a big play that time by the Jets. Hey, you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Carter. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And his throw here is incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Blankenship's kick is good. And the deficit falls under 20 now. It's a 19-point game. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And no return here for White. It'll be a touchback. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's Tua. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Quinnen Williams in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Back now in Miami. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the fourth quarter. Second and 4. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. They'll set up to throw. Looking downfield for Godwin. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. It's a big play that time by the Jets.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. Winds up a very good call there defensively to challenge that one, as that now will wind up an incomplete pass. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 39-yard line. Now this one complete to Corey Davis. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Back to throw again. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Jets on 3rd down. Not getting the job done at all. A very poor 1 for 10. This time they face a 3rd and 2. He'll drop this underneath to Carter. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. They'll look to throw again. It's caught by Davis. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Let's go.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Throw right side complete to Carter. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Pitch and catch there good for 13. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Edmonds. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
46 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll run on 1st down. Edmonds. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They'll run now with Gaskin. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. The Dolphins on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion and 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Edmonds. Now the stiff arm created some space initially, but he's taken down not long after. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Let's go.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete.
7 yards to pick up there.
2nd and 3. And Davis has it over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Uncorks one for Davis. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a big play that time by the Jets. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. This one caught by Davis. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted just twice and have had plenty of opportunities. This is 3rd and 11. Looking to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10.
That's how we do, D. That's how we do. They don't want none. They don't want none of this.
2nd and 6. And he whips that one incomplete there.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. They'll look to throw here. They still can't get him. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Let's see who this is on. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That's to Davis. He's got it. Touchdown, New York.
Let's give him a show.
Corey Davis, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Well, they needed 3 scores to have any chance. There's the first of the 3 as they get into the end zone.
Yeah, Brandon, I think that our guys at Next Gen Stats in charge of the win probability are probably saying your chances still aren't great. But now, you still got more than 3 minutes to go. You got to focus on the task at hand, which is going to be getting the football back as quickly as possible.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12.
17.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Dolphins are going to recover. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They run it here with Edmonds. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to kick it away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. So the Jets now down by 12. And time, a huge factor. Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on 1st down. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. And it's a rush to the line right now for the Jets. Oh, he stays up. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Gets this to Moore. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important fourth down.
Going for it, it's Carter.
And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps him move the sticks. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They're going to look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Dolphins get the football in great field position. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. And they take a knee. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And they will take a knee here. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here, when they're taking a knee, is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathed a sigh of relief. Finally got a win. Needed one desperately.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Miami, it's a 4th win of the campaign as they get to 4-10 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Jets, the rough season continues as they've plunged to 1-13. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts.